My socks will rock.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. We're all up. Don't go to sleep yet. It might be bedtime stories, but it ain't your bedtime yet. You're bored of television, some of it, unless it's on CBS. But if you're listening to radio, you're listening to the right channel right here, 97.1, the FM talk station. There's a lot of love out there.
I've been listening for a couple of weeks. This is the best radio going.
I love you all.
Be a man for a change.
I love you.
There's a lot of love out there.
Real quick, I just want to tell Ed that I really love your tape.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
There's a lot of love out there.
I was born to be wild.
I thought that was way cool, and you are a regular kind of guy. And we are your fans out there. We love that.
There's a lot of love out there.
This is the best show.
Thank you.
It is hilarious. It's great. You were born to do this.
I was born to be wild.
This is Ed Powers gaining control of the show on 97.1, the FM talk station. In LA, the Valley, the West Side, 520-9710. In Orange County, 977-9710. Good evening, my lost angels. This is Ed Powers on 97.1, the FM talk station. And I want to say that it has been a great, great day for me. It's one of those days that you contemplate in the evening, that it was such a great day that you're going to contemplate the day again and think about it and relive it. And you know, it's a funny thing that in my life, that I can actually relive it and you can relive it with me, or at least a portion of it, especially since I consider myself pretty noteworthy to say that I am a sexual documentarian. Yeah, it sounds funny, don't it?
Yeah.
Don't it? I'm a donut. But it's kind of, you know, you can't say pornographer, you can't say those things, because it's actually a dude documenting his sex life. Let's see, at 2:30 in the afternoon, it was Amanda. At 7:30, it was Mercury. Now, I would like to have had Mercury rising, but, you know, it's not saying that Amanda, very hot. Oh, really beautiful. And Mercury, also beautiful, gorgeous. I mean, if you can picture a princess on an island somewhere off the coast of the islands in the Bahamas, that would be Mercury. Mercury, yeah. Mercury is right next to me, and she is so fine that next to the word fine in the dictionary, Mercury's face and body is there.
Aw.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't. So you think I'm like jaded by now? No way. Over 8,000 women, and I'm still looking and finding. And Mercury is as hot as Mercury can get. On the scale of the top temperature, she's busting right through the thermometer. Killer
Thanks, Ed.
face. Oh, it's not a compliment, it's a fact. And as a matter of fact, somewhere during the show, I'm going to get a witness to come in here with me, and she's going to get naked. And he's going to see not only her beautiful face, but a body that would cause accidents. Have you ever caused an accident?
No. I usually walk down the street clothed, so...
Well, even clothed, you're pretty fine. Wow. Anyway, to get on the air, to join our wacky show, informative as it is sometimes, and we share with you, if you've never heard the show before, understand that we're not like the number one rated weekend late night show for nothing. And it beats a paid announcement about balding. You know what I'm saying? And we're live. We're here in L.A. and in Detroit. as a matter of fact, Motor City. To get on the air here in Los Angeles, the Valley, in the West Side. Sound like I'm from New Hampshire.
Or something.
Something like that, yeah. 520-9710. In Orange County, 977-9710. Those with a Sprint PCS phone, pound 971. And across America, by the way, 888-551-9797. And that's toll-free because we don't want you particularly to spend like $1.38 or whatever it is per minute, or 10 cents per minute for 20 years. I don't know whatever that is. 10 to 10. Anyway, and you can talk to us. We have...
Only if you want to.
Yes, only if you want to. We don't want to, bend your arms, twist your neck or anything. And if you're driving out there listening to me, be careful, okay? Oh, of course you are. Doesn't pay to speed either. All right? Take your time to where you're going. Mercury.
Hey there.
Where are you from?
California, right here. I'm a Valley girl.
You're a Valley girl.
Yeah.
How old are you?
19.
19 years old. Why would you want to make adult movies?
Curiosity, more than anything else.
You had to think about that.
Yeah. The money's good too, but like I was telling you earlier, there's lots of ways to make money.
True. You could do just about anything. So your curiosity tonight, was it fulfilled in any way? Or was it,
I wasn't disappointed.
You weren't disappointed?
No.
What did you expect?
Well, pornography is always portrayed as this really bad thing, right? Drugs,
In society.
nasty producers, blah, 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 blah. People making you do things that you don't necessarily want to do. But it was totally different, yeah. You're a very nice guy. It was an extremely clean environment, if not anything else.
Oh, that was fun.
Not anything else. And you felt you can do just about anything you want? And you didn't feel forced in any way, right?
No.
But you gotta kind of get like an impression from Hollywood sometimes, and society that it's more sleazy than it is, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
And there was nothing sleazy about me or the atmosphere.
No. No.
Good. You also, I'm just curious because a lot of impression also that comes out of the public is that the girls are troubled and, oh, those poor girls. That's not you at all, right?
No, I wouldn't say so.
You have an education?
Yeah. Not college, but I did graduate from high school. Glendale High School.
What do you do normally for a living?
Now I dance. I'm an exotic dancer.
How long have you been doing that?
A few weeks.
So you just started?
Yeah. I've done almost everything, though.
Everything?
Yeah, everything.
Have you ever escorted?
Oh, no. Nothing in adult entertainment or anything like that, if you would call escorting adult entertainment. But stuff like cashiering, little extra movie parts. Let's see. What else? Stuff like that. Nothing outrageous.
And now you're...
Secretary work, even.
you're embarking on a whole new field.
Oh, yeah.
Playing field, so to speak. How do you feel about that?
It's a little bit scary at times, but I'm determined. It's something I want to do, so.
It's scary at times in what way?
Everything else seems so big. Yeah, and I'm just like this little person, and that's how it seems scary. It's like, oh gosh, how am I supposed to accomplish all these things?
One step at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're not a little person by any means. And I don't mean that in size. I mean that in retrospect, in perspective, I should say, that, first of all, in this industry, in the adult industry, where would they be without the women, And I got to say, for those people who don't know anything about the adult industry, that there are more and more women, more and more girls that are coming into the industry now than I've ever seen. And this, it's amazing. And you hear it, I hear it, and you always think, oh, it's got to be the money. It's got to be the money. There's a lot of curiosity, and it's also the money as well. Well, what isn't for the money? What job wouldn't you take for the money? Unless it was something that was, like Peace Corps or something like that,
Or something.
The idea that you're entertaining people out there, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like you're entertaining people out there? Could you feel that as we were filming that you were entertaining?
Most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. But were you natural? Were you acting?
No, it was all natural.
Now, have you ever dated anybody older than you like that?
Yeah.
How old have you gone out with?
The oldest was like 32.
32.
Yeah.
So you've never been with anybody older than 32?
I don't think so.
Till tonight?
Unless they lied.
Well, until tonight.
Yeah, until tonight.
Did it seem that way to you?
No, you're incredibly hip.
Well, thank you there. I'm incredibly assed also. Not only hip. I got a big booty. Big booty. I got a big booty. This woman's incredible. I invite you, men and women, to call and talk to Mercury. To get on the air, 520-9710. That's in L.A., the Valley, and the West Side. And in Orange County, it's 977-9710. And if you have a Sprint PCS phone, it's pound 971. And across America, like Detroit, toll-free. You're listening to a show live. You can call me, 888-551-9797. I'm going to like to ask you out there, do you lie? Do you lie, Mercury?
Only when I can't tell the truth.
Oh, so when everything else fails, you lie.
Yeah. If all else fails, lie.
Have you ever been caught in a lie lately?
No, not lately.
Well, have you ever been caught in a lie at all?
Yeah, by a boyfriend once. It was. I think ever since then I've been really, really truthful with everybody about everything because it was a terrible feeling.
What was the lie?
What was it? I think I lied about a job or something like, oh, I work here when I really wasn't working at all at the time just because I was afraid of what he'd say. But yeah, he found out and I felt very, very guilty and ashamed. It was a bad feeling. Very, very bad.
Did he make you feel any more guilty?
Just the fact that he knew.
Oh, he knew.
Yeah, it was bad enough.
What excuse did you give him for lying?
Only that I really cared about what he thought about me. Yeah.
Did you continue to go out after that?
No.
Really?
Yeah, a few weeks after that, we broke up. You have to imagine that every conversation after that, he was probably thinking like, oh, she's lying. She's lying. She's lying. She's lying to me.
So you regretted lying.
And I felt like that. Everything I said was just like, oh, he thinks I'm lying. But
so you regretted that?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, I gave up lying a long time ago also. I'm like ultra truthful. And sometimes I seem to say the wrong thing. But what's wrong? Right is right, wrong is wrong, and belongs to nobody. There's got to be one right, and right is right, And wrong, well, hey, you're wrong, you're wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Let's go to the phones. Let's talk to some of the people out there. The phones are starting to light up like a tree that's lit. Hey, Russ, you're on a cell phone in Detroit.
Yeah.
This is Ed Powers' Bedtime Stories on 97.1, the FM talk station. How are you this morning?
I'm doing just fine. I wanted to ask Mercury, I said, what does she feel about being with an older guy? Was it the same kind of turn-on as she was with a younger guy?
I was definitely turned on. It's a sexy guy.
Why was that, though? I mean, I'm also an older guy, and I have those wonders, and I'm wondering what you're thinking about that.
How old are you, Russ?
46.
You're a year older than me, which is good. Go ahead. Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, he definitely made me feel good about my sexuality, which was attractive on his part. Actually, I don't really see the difference.
What's that in the background, Russ?
Oh, I got 5 women in the limousine. We're driving around in Detroit.
Oh, cool. Are they listening to the show?
Yeah, actually.
Cool.
Cool.
Of course, none of them are attracted to me, so what can I say?
Get him drunk. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Is that the secret? I thought women look at older men for their intelligence, not necessarily their sexual prowessness.
Well, I think in our instance that sex was imminent and was going to happen, you know.
Sure.
And I believe that you felt it on an intellectual basis too, didn't you, Mercury?
I sure did. Yeah.
Were you afraid you weren't able to keep up or stay with her? What?
Me? No, actually, the only thing that did cross my mind is that I was with another woman, another girl before her, just a few hours, and I was like, it did cross my mind that my energy level might not be as good as the first, and actually, I asked her if she didn't know, because I told her I was with somebody earlier. I asked you, Mercury, if you would have been able to tell that I'd been with anybody.
I couldn't tell.
It was nice. She's beautiful. And you know what? I do ask that question a lot. Are you into older men? And because I am an older guy. And if I'm an older guy, I should ask. And I think that somebody like you, Russ, which you know are curious about, it kind of comes to mind. You know, you think about that. But did we notice a difference? Did we notice an age difference? Did you notice an age difference?
Not at all.
You see, that's the funny part about it. It's amazing. And you know, some people may disapprove about older men and younger women, or younger women with older men. I mean, as long as they're over 18 and they know, you know, what it is. Boy, those girls are talking in that limo, aren't they?
Oh, I'm telling you. They're half in the bag.
Hey, girls, you're having a good time over there, aren't you? Is he a good limo driver?
Absolutely, of course I am.
Well, let them answer.
Limo drivers have big ones, you know.
So they say.
Cars.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know, because when you're at our age, I assume you have similar feelings than I do about that midlife crisis thing and all of that, you know. And I'm wondering how that affected with being with a younger girl, and that there you were. Of course, that was, like you said, it was predefined, but you think like we're going to be a one-shot wonder or something, and you have any of those misgivings?
One-shot wonder?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You mean...
On whose part?
Yeah.
What do you mean one-shot wonder? I wonder. Well, I don't give it... you mean the longevity of it?
Yeah.
I don't think about that. When you talked about midlife crisis, I'm interested in that. Have you gone through a midlife crisis?
I think I'm there, because I'm starting to date younger girls.
I went through some sort of weird period where I wasn't feeling my orgasms, which was strange, and I went to doctors and they couldn't tell me what it was. It was like weird. It was like everything functioned, but I didn't feel anything. Mm-hmm. But that was like maybe 5 years ago. I went over that blew over. Thank goodness. I don't even want to think about it. Like you don't want to think about headaches and they come and go, or migraines. No, I'll tell you. I've been with a lot of women, Russ, and I'm sure before the day I die, I'll be with more, and I'll never be tired of it. And as far as age is concerned, it doesn't matter to me because I was with a woman 36 years old, 37 years old last week, and 35, and I mean there is no difference, and there's. Women's sexual appetites vary, and I don't think it has a lot to do with the age. Mm-hmm. curiously, with Mercury, you can tell there's this innocence, and yet there's a wild side. She has a tongue pierced. She has a tattoo of a butterfly above one of her breasts. She has a pierced
Labret. Yeah. And my navel, too.
And her navel, too.
Yeah.
And the army.
Too.
Naval army. No. Oh, her navel. And when she talked about me being like cool. What's the word you said?
Hip.
Hip. Thank you. She has that very creative look to her, creative kind of flow that you can just feel the vibe. And vibe is very important. If there's a vibe between two people, then it's there. Then it's not something you can manufacture. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The magic.
Yeah, the chemistry and
The energy.
Yeah, and it's wild today. It was. I mean, both shoots were not that long, but they were good. I mean, it was like really, because you know what I do, Russ. I film it. You will be able to see it in April. You can look at. See, I come out with different videos. More Dirty Debutantes 2000 is the series, and then there's Black Dirty Debutantes, and then there's Global Warming Debutantes, and then there's New Ends. You'll see her in one of those titles coming out in April, and you can see. You judge for yourself the reality of it. See, that's why I say I'm a sexual documentarian. There's no way to go around it. What it is what it is. No, there was no plot, no plan. We talked. You get to know her like I got to know her. I didn't meet her before that. So there you go.
Mercury, what would you say on his skill level, romantically speaking or sexually speaking, on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, he gets an 11 all the way.
Wow.
Are you just saying that?
Oh, no, I'm being real with you.
Well, then how about some of the other guys you've been with that you were thought were 9 and a 10 or an 11 at that time, and then you look back, and then was he truly that 11? Is that because he was older and had the skill? Did he have, you know what I'm thinking here?
He definitely packs the skills.
He just knew his way around the board, so to speak.
Exactly.
Afterwards, she even said something about you, professional you.
Yeah, you big professional you.
Yeah, you big professional. And that's when I showed my ass to the camera and she spanked it, and I said, "That's the end." Yeah.
All that
How did that
fun
feel
stuff.
in your head? I mean, when you got this younger girl that actually feels that way about you.
Wow.
Like you're the man,
I feel like I've bonded with somebody, and I feel a little bit of a sadness and sorrow that the person's going to walk out my door. And in this case, I'm lucky that she decided to come and be a guest, but she's going to walk out my door, and that may be it. Hoping that maybe we can talk again or see each other somewhere along the line, but it's a little sad and sorrow, because when you feel that good with somebody, it's I don't have a gun where I put a notch on it, It's not about ego. Sure, it does a lot for self-esteem, but at the same time, it's good for the heart, because her first moment was good. This is a moment she chose to make. It could have been with somebody else, but look how fortunate it was me.
Mercury, if you met him in a bar, would you pick him out of a crowd and said, "I'm going to do him"?
Hopefully he'd pick me. Yeah.
Well, I said the same thing. I don't think she would pick me out in a bar. No. What? Go ahead. You're going to ask, would she lie?
Oh, gosh.
No. Would you do it again, Mercury?
Anytime.
I mean, like, besides this exercise you went through this evening?
You mean on camera?
No, off camera. Like, would you say, "Oh, that was so good, let's just do that again"?
That's a good question.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I would do it again.
Huh?
Yeah, I would do it again.
Cool. I sometimes use that as a criteria for my relationships, if I go back for seconds or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's just for first, well, then it was just, just doing the thing. But if you go back for seconds, then there was a little something there, you know what I mean?
I would definitely say that there's something there for seconds. And the only, sad part of it is that when you enter into a professional relationship, even though, like in our industry, when there's sex, it is a professional relationship. And we have to stay focused. And that's one thing, despite what our feelings are inside, we stay focused. She won't date producers or actors. This is just her choice. And just the wanting, though, is a nice feeling, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Oh, sure. Half of it's the chase, not the capture.
Yeah, so, we can chase each other for for the future. Russ, thank you so much for calling and being so inquisitive.
Thanks for chatting.
That was my pleasure.
I'll listen to you all righty.
Thank you.
Russ.
And ladies, you got the right limo guy there. You got the right chauffeur. And remember, in the Jewish religion, they blow the chauffeur. So that's a horn. Oh, never mind. Thank you, Russ.
Thanks, bud.
Take care. Bye-bye. Okie dokie. See, we have great callers, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a famous caller that's famous and calling right now. The one and only Brandy Alexander wants to say hi from North Hollywood. Hello,
Hey there,
Brandy.
Hello. How are you?
I think I got an email from you not too long ago. I'm fine. How are you doing?
Yeah, someone told me that your producers probably get hold of it, and I'm so old they probably have no idea who Brandy Alexander is and probably didn't give it to you, so I thought I'd try to call.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, somebody said that you blasted me for something the other day on the internet.
You?
Yeah.
No. I don't think I blast you for anything these days.
Oh, I don't think there was any reason to, but...
No, you and I go way back. I knew you when you used a different name.
You did, I know. Back in the VidCo days.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
VidCo, wasn't it Foreplay? Did Foreplay come before VidCo?
VidCo, no, Foreplay was there, but I was in the VidCo building.
Okay, then that's it.
Yeah, well, I think you were with AJ or something. Or
Yeah, I was harassing AJ.
Yes.
A really great graphic artist, in case anyone wondered.
Yeah, definitely. And you might have seen Brandy Alexander on People's Court.
No way.
Was it People's Court?
Yeah, 1991.
What for?
I had a dispute with John Stiliano over the agreement we had made for my payment for Buttman Goes to Rio. And we let Judge Wapner figure that one out.
Who won? You won?
I won, of course.
Cool.
I don't start arguments unless I know I can win them.
That's the way to go.
What do you think about all this internet stuff? I know that you post a lot. I don't really like to read it all because, it's, what is it really?
Yeah, the internet, it's a strange animal. It's kind of one of the things that enters into what I was trying to get in touch with you about, and that's cyber stalkers who tracked me down and took things on the internet so seriously that they had to pursue me offline and made it a point to out me to my employer and make sure I got fired and all this other
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I had been working for Forest Lawn Memorial Parks for 3 years, executive secretary to the president, and like the minute they found out I was once a porn star, it's like, boom, out of there. And trying to find some way to pursue that in the legal arena. But yeah, the internet, it's, some people just need to turn off their computers.
Yeah. I got to say that Bridget Powers just walked in, all 3'10" of Bridget, and Dave Norwood. I just want to say hi. Bridget, Mercury, David Mercury.
Hey there, Bridget.
About older man.
By the way, I definitely would like to consider having you as a guest on the show.
Oh, I'd love to.
I was going to answer you. It was like right in the middle of somebody saying, when I said, hey, Brandy Alexander emailed me and said, oh, did you read what she said about you? And I said, what?
Well, if you're, I hate to say it, but you're like, I don't know anything about you. You're nobody to me.
I'm a nobody to you.
Except that guy by the other name that I used to, see it.
Oh, yeah, but how many years ago I used that, but that was the business.
I know what I said. I remember now.
What?
Last year at CES, I was leaving. I was hanging there, and I said hi, and you looked at me like I was some fan. You didn't recognize me. You didn't really say hi back, or it was just kind of like, oh, hi, how are you? But you didn't know who I was, that kind of a thing. That's what it was about. I got snubbed.
I didn't know who you were?
Something like that. I don't know. Maybe you were preoccupied. I'll give you the benefit of a doubt.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Those shows are crazy. And I'm always preoccupied. If I had
you were
seen you...
outside on the sidewalk and had some little girls gathered around you, so you're probably like,
I didn't
Little
see you.
girls.
Meaning over 18.
Younger girls.
I didn't see you. So it was not a snub meant.
Well, you might not have recognized me. It's been many years. I cut my hair really short.
Oh, then I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have ignored you. If I did that, I apologize, and I'll say it publicly.
Well, okay. I'll write a note to Luke Ford and tell him that you said you were sorry.
And also, I think recently something had happened. I'm going to share this with everybody. It's on the internet, so you can read it on lookford@geneross.com. That last Friday, I was supposed to work with a girl, and we were going to experience her first anal experience. And I guess she had worked before, but I didn't take any assumptions whatsoever, and definitely pointed her in the direction that she must take the DNA PCR HIV test, and awaiting further results. And she was supposed to show up at a certain time, like at 2-ish. So I'm paging her, no answer. So around 3:45, she's at AIM Healthcare Foundation, waiting for her results, and she told me she was with a male talent, male porn star. And I says, wait a minute, did you already do it? She says, are you calling me a liar? And blah, 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 blah. And I says, no, I'm not, but, you are with a guy who's, taking you around, and it's logical he's going to want to do the first scene with you, and some of the guys are.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I just didn't like that we were having words, and I canceled her right then and there and told her, come over and get a kill fee, which is a fee that, if I cancel somebody, I'm still going to give them something, it just wasn't right, and it was even offered for her to come over and wait for the test results, or maybe use a condom, or a bunch of different ways around that. And I said, no way around it. I have to see a test, and I canceled her right then and there. And 15 minutes later, I get a call from AIM Foundation telling me she's positive.
Oh, that's so scary.
Isn't it, though?
God.
Yeah.
I have my opinions on AIM, don't go there, but, the whole thing that came out of that was another talent member whose last test was over 4 months old, and I thought there was this big rule in the industry these days that tests had to be done every 30 days.
Oh, absolutely.
How is this happening? How is this really happening? And, of course, it only comes up when someone turns up positive, but, if we'd really hunker down and get organized, maybe it wouldn't happen.
Well, how did it happen? Who did the person work for? You have to hold those people accountable. Yeah. You have to look at the tests.
Yeah, well, you have to admit, though, Ed, that truthfully, when it comes right down to it, the tests really don't mean anything.
I beg to differ, because if I thought that, then I wouldn't be taking the test and believing them. Could it? Yeah, could something slip through? Has it happened, in our industry? Haven't we been fortunate in this industry? Hasn't it been a kind of a very lucky clan, so to speak?
Yeah, I'd say, it's dumb luck, certainly.
No, I think we're doing something right. Are you performing anymore?
No one's offered me enough money to come back. They have made offers, but not enough. As soon as I got going on the internet, I was kind of like the first porn star to actually get on the net and have a website and things like that. Then suddenly all these people had snubbed me for years, and when I was, really trying to hang on, they're like, oh, hey, Brandy, come do a scene. We'll pay you $1,000. I was like, I don't think so. It's like I know what the value of me jumping in the fray.
Why don't you produce your own movies and find distribution, and then make the bigger bucks like almost every other name that you've worked with are doing now?
Because I'm lazy and it's too hard.
You're not lazy. You're on the internet all the time, going back and forth with these wackadoodles.
I liked going, doing my scene, eating some food, seeing people, and going home. When you're the director, you have to stay there the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't want that.
You're the director and talent at the same time. Can you imagine that?
Oh, I did that. Don't you know? I did Cheeks 5 Copperfield and Best Friend West. And
I know.
They were excellent movies, sold very, very well, but damn, I don't want to do that again. Glutton for punishment.
Well, I feel really bad that I didn't recognize you or pay, or pay you the attention you deserve, because I would have definitely liked to give you a hug. I mean, I do know you for a long time. We've never really been close per se, but
Yeah.
I missed out on that moment.
Yeah, well, I'll forgive you as long as you let me come on your show.
You're going to come on my show?
Ooh. Can I help?
Yes, I'll bring my Hitachi magic wand and everyone can watch.
Okay.
Well, can I help?
Well, I'm actually very famous for having done my 6 years in porn without ever doing a girl thing.
How about that?
Yeah, a couple of girls did me, but not putting my face down there, no way. I like penises. Can I say that?
Well, you did. Well, actually, you can't say penis, but penises, you can say.
Or is it peni?
Yeah, multi-penises.
Peni, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for calling and for listening to the show.
Okay.
And not only take that as an apology, but as a regret that I didn't see you.
Oh, that's okay. That's not what I was bugging you about anyway. I forgot all about it, see?
Well, I don't know. I've said to myself, what could she possibly, have with me? But anyway.
Well, you said hi, nice to see you, but there's just that blank look in your eyes, and it's like he doesn't know who I am.
Oh, I did say hi.
You did, but I knew it just wasn't there, and it's like,
Well, maybe it was like, gee, I didn't know she knew. I didn't think she'd remember me.
Oh, I always remember you.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brandy. And I'd love to have you come down.
Okay, well, I gave you my number and my email, right?
I think so. I'll check.
Pretty sure I did. So
Okay.
I hope to hear from you.
All right.
All right.
All right, sweetie.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Brandy. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ta-ta.
Boy.
Bridget Powers is back.
I am back, and guess what, Ed? I just came back from this club. I was listening to a bunch of bands, and they pulled me on stage, and they plugged the heck out of you, Ed.
Really?
They did. They were talking, they're screaming, 97.1, Ed Powers, Bridget Powers, Bedtime Stories. And I went up there, and so now a lot of people are tuning into you tonight because they just were dying to hear me on the stage. And some of them knew about you, and they were just like, oh, Ed has this show, and they were just so excited.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing,
It's the Norwood Powers connection. Yeah.
Yeah, something like, well, I'm being stalked, so now I can't drive my car at night.
Why?
People have been following me very obviously because every move I make, they do. So I'm kind of a little scared now coming here at night and stuff. And I guess, yeah. So he drove. I didn't drive. My friend drove. So.
Well, now you have a bodyguard.
I do have a bodyguard now. Yeah. He guards my body. Keeps it nice and safe and hot and warm. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Can you picture them? They make a nice couple, don't they? I'm doing fine, Dave. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for calling me this afternoon, by the way. I was like so preoccupied, but in between shoots too. Look, can you blame me?
So you two had worked together today?
Just yeah.
Oh, how long ago?
It was a couple hours ago.
Ooh.
We're going to be very fortunate because she did say she's going to get naked. And I told people in the beginning of the show how beautiful her body is, how beautiful she is.
She's beautiful. She has wonderful nail polish on. It's like cotton candy. Did you say cotton candy?
Yeah, it's cotton candy.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I've never seen hands like that. Her nail polish is gorgeous.
Thank you.
To get on the air, 520-9710. That's in L.A., the Valley, and the west side of Los Angeles. In Orange County, it's 977-9710. Those with a Sprint PCS phone, it's pound 971. I was going to let you do the pound.
Well, I was sticking my tongue out. We were admiring each other's, tongue piercings there.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Pound.
Right.
Is that better?
And across America, like Detroit, Michigan, call me. 888-551-9797. It's toll free.
Yeah.
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 Let's talk to Peter in Claremont. See what you have to say. What's up? How you doing?
Hey, how are you? Remember me?
Yes, Peter, the security guard.
Wow, all right.
How's it going, Peter?
Okay. So,
yes.
what's this? This girl wants to be she's not sure she wants to be a porn star, or she does.
Oh, no, I'm sure.
You're sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. There's no doubt in my mind.
Can you tell me why you would want to go and do something like that?
We kind of went over this already, but out of curiosity, the money's good too. I don't know. I know.
I missed it, but how old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19? Ooh, I'm 20, so.
What could be beyond curiosity and the money? Do you think it's a bad move for her, Peter?
Yeah.
It doesn't take much more than that. Those two things right there.
He thinks it's a bad move for you.
Why not?
You know, well, I've known a lot of people who worked at those places, and you know, the suicide rate among porn stars is like 75 to 80%.
Oh, where did you get that?
No. I know a lot of porn stars, and they're all alive.
Yeah, there's a couple of people who have was unrelated. It was 20 years later.
Unrelated.
Name some names.
After they've done it for a while, they feel used.
Where did you get that? How old are you, Peter?
How old am I?
Yeah.
You ask me this every time.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
You see, you're 19 years old. You don't know anything about the industry, and that's you're misquoting facts. It's not true.
No, that's not true. I'm 19. I graduated a year early.
No, you're 19, but that's not true what you're stating about the industry and the suicide rate. There is no suicide rate.
Yes, there is.
A few people who have done movies have made judgments at that moment that had nothing to do with the industry.
No, it's not a judgment. I'm serious.
I only know of four people, excuse me, and many years apart, by the way, and had the unrelated incidents. And you're talking about that being 80%. You know how many people have come in and out of the industry?
Yeah, 75 to 80% have committed suicide.
You are. Where'd you get that?
Where'd you get that information? I'd like to know.
A lot of people who worked in the business, from strip bars, all kinds of other stuff like that.
Oh, strip bars.
No. Okay. Well, you know, I can't speak for strip bars, and I can't speak for the post office either. Okay, but those numbers are incorrect. Peter, your cell phone's dying, but thank you very much, my friend, for calling. His cell phone's dying. That's really incorrect. Hello, Inari.
Hello.
Is this Inari Vox?
The one and only. How are you, Mr. Powers?
Oh, you can call me Ed.
Eddie, baby.
I gotta tell everybody that I still want to work with Inari again. Inari is. Do you know Inari, Bridget?
Inari? No,
You don't read the magazines or look through them and see Inari's picture and face?
The name is familiar.
Oh man, she is so hot.
Thank you.
What color is your hair?
I guess I'm pretty much blonde now, but
okay, blonde.
Oh,
yeah, just about.
Mercury, do you like girls? Have you ever been with a girl before?
Oh yeah. Yes.
You've been with girls
Sorry,
before?
I took a short nap there for a second. Yes, I have been with girls before. I like them.
Because I'll tell you, Inari,
yes.
You're not on a contract with anybody right now, are you?
No, sir.
I think you would absolutely love Mercury.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Venus too, but actually Mercury would be. Uranus is not bad.
But Mercury orbits.
Yeah, Mercury orbits is the name, and I'll tell you, really, for everything, it's wow. You like to break in new girls?
Of course. Only when they like it though.
Ooh.
But isn't it hot to experience a first time with somebody? There's like nothing beat that.
Yes and no, because sometimes the girl's first experience isn't one that they want, you know.
Oh.
Unfortunately, as we've been able to hear, a lot of girls will do this only for the money and not because they really like it, and then that's when it's a bummer.
Yeah, I'm reluctant.
It takes a special person to be able to succeed in this industry to the best of their ability, and you have to be of sound right mind and body. You know, you can't just be thinking about the paycheck. So if you're really, if you're really into what you're doing, of course, it's wonderful, especially when it's a girl's new experience and they're enjoying it.
Absolutely. It shows on your face if, you like girls or if you're doing it for the money. It really shows, so...
Or any sexual act.
Absolutely.
I've experienced a lot of it. But before we continue, I have to say that your last caller was a complete jackass.
Was it? I'm glad that you're calling in reference to that. Can you imagine that? Where did he come up with those figures?
You know what? I'm sorry, but people at strip clubs don't really know the ins and outs of this industry regardless. And
Nari, hold on a second. I want to kill myself. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, no, just joking. Go ahead.
Well, I figured, someone has to, make a point. No, but and I'm sorry that he's got that image of this industry, because that just means that a lot of people. Oh, sorry.
That's right. Well, let's wait 7 seconds so we can kind of.
Messed up people. Messed up
yes,
people.
messed up people.
Than they really are. And
they think that they're more messed up, and they're not. We're pretty together, and we, were you at the CES show?
Yes, I was.
At the awards show?
I was.
Did you see me up there?
I did.
Did you hear what I said?
Which part?
I talked about guts. That we have guts.
Yes, absolutely. I do remember that now. And I was right up in front, and it's true. It is so very true.
It does.
Then were you there when I was up on stage?
Oh yes! Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Really, I'm telling you, from the moment I met Anari, I knew that if stardom is what she wanted, she was going to get it. If a lot of work is what she wanted, she was going to get it. And she was very, and you still are, very energetic and eager.
Well, I love this industry because I chose it, and I worked in many other areas, other than the sex industry before I ever thought of this. And this is the best place for me. It's not the best place for everyone, but the best place for me as a woman who is sexual, and it's strong. It's strong for women to be in this industry, and it's not degrading because you are in charge of what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Bridget and I said it at the same time.
We're thinking on the same wavelength there.
No, I have to have you come down and be a guest.
Oh, I'd love to be down there again. It's been a long time.
Well, now I'm dying to meet you. The name is so enchanting. I want a face with this name.
Evening.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
You may eat a stranger or meet a stranger.
Eat me.
Well, I'm not going anywhere. So.
Did you know that I was nominated for Best Director of that movie, Tight Shots, the movie we did?
Really?
Yes, did see that. That was such a great movie too.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Did you see it on Spice?
I saw part of it.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yes.
It was not only that, it was, especially when I pushed John out the door naked.
That was stories we could tell.
Yes, we can tell many stories.
Well, look, I just wanted to say hi and more power to you to having strong girls on there, and you all take care and have a good night.
Thank you, Nari. Thanks for calling.
You.
Good night.
Take
we'll
care,
talk to y'all
sweetie.
soon.
Sweet
Okay.
dreams. Have wet ones.
Ciao. This is Ed Powers' Bedtime Stories on 97.1, the FM talk station. We have somebody wants to comment about Peter, who made this misquoting of facts. Rob.
Hey, how's it going, Ed?
Hello, Rob. How you doing? You're on with Ed Powers.
Good to be on. I've been a long-time fan of the industry, and the guy's an idiot. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Isn't that crazy?
There's a place on the net called rame.net. You can get through it through Yahoo, and it lists dead porn stars and how they died and when the last time they died, and it's updated pretty regularly. The last guy they have on there is a guy named Bruce Seven.
Yes.
Only 7 people.
Natural causes, by the way.
Yeah, they think it's a suspected stroke or something. Only 7 people have OD'd, and only 21 people out of all the people that are in the industry have committed suicide. 21.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot. That's not 75 to 80%.
And it wasn't it wasn't industry related, was it?
No, I don't think it was industry related. You mean the suicides?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, and
no, it was all personal going on in their lives. They might have done it, but they might have done it even sooner if they didn't join the industry, right?
Everybody has baggage, you know.
Yeah, it's
Everybody's
true.
got their own problems. And I mean, as far as the people that I've met in the industry, I mean, I worked in an adult bookstore for a while, and I had one of those dirty lady party moms instead of the Tupperware mom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've been not involved, but I've been around it long enough, and 99.9% of the people that I've met personally they're all good people. They're all nice people. I mean, there's a lot of wrong ideas people get about the business. They think that because they're adult stars that they're pieces of crap or they're not worth the time to talk to, or, you know. And then when you go to the conventions, you know, all these guys line up and they treat the girls like crap because, you know, they think that they are like they are on screen, and they're not. You know, they're people too, and a lot of people don't get that clue.
That's true. We are people too.
I'm a person.
I'm a person.
I'm a people person.
I'm a person,
We like to
just
get
like
laid.
you, but I give you a different view. Some of you might think I'm a putz, but I like to show my big fat butt.
Love your butt.
There you go. Yes, that's true. I'm glad you stuck up for us. Thank you, Peter. I mean, thank you, Rob.
Oh, wait, can I ask a question really quick?
I called you Peter. Right. Yes, Rob. Go ahead.
You had when you were doing Dirty Debutantes, you did one, like when you first started doing them. You did one with a lady named Lana Woods.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where can I find that video? Cannot find it anywhere.
Wow. Wait a minute, Lana Woods.
I think it was Kinky Debutante. Was that you?
I did one that was a spin-off called Kinky Debutantes. One of the Love. It's a Love and Spoonful, so that's why maybe. No, not Kinky Debutantes. No. Wait a minute. That's not me.
Oh, okay.
I did a Wild Debut. That was somebody who took the time. No, I didn't do Lana Woods. I did a Lana somebody else. Are you talking about the person that changed herself?
Yeah.
No, I never did. What am I saying yes to?
I don't know.
It wasn't me, and I didn't do that series, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And now that I'm registered and trademarked, there's nobody going to use that.
Well, that's the way to do it if you're going to do it that way.
That's the way you do it.
Good
Money for
trademark.
nothing and the chicks for free.
Hey, well, if you can get it that way.
Thank you, Rob.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate being on, and good luck to everybody.
Thank you. Keep listening.
Oh, definitely.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. This is Ed Powers' Bedtime Stories on 97.1, the FM talk station. I decided to go breakless, by the way, until the top of the hour.
Ooh.
Yeah, we went breakless for you. Yeah. And Wedge just told me we're having problems with the audio vault anyway. Says, as she told me. But that's okay. Don't worry. Robert from El Monte, California.
Hey, Ed.
Hey, Robert.
How you doing?
All right, how you doing?
All right, your show's always doing great. I listen to it all the time, Friday, Saturday.
Thank you.
Hey, I wanted to ask that other guy, Rob, but he's already off the air. I was going to ask him, seeing how he was giving out death quotes, how many people have passed away because of STDs in the adult business, like say AIDS and stuff like that?
Nobody.
No one?
Nobody that I know of.
With the exception of maybe John Holmes?
And then again, that's in question of what that was related to,
Yeah, it could have been something outside of the business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm not knowledgeable enough to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I know that you've talked about the business being extremely safe, or they take the precautions, the necessary precautions to keep the entertainers safe. That is
safer than most people out in society today.
Pardon?
Safer than most people out in society today.
I agree with you. Yeah. So, who's on your show today?
Well, I have a lovely newcomer, Mercury.
Did you do a video with her?
Yes.
Recently?
Tonight. Right before I came here.
That's very recent.
Very recent.
before you came.
Bridget Powers is here.
I remember Bridget.
Yeah.
I remember that beautiful voice every time.
What's up, baby?
Dave Norwood from Stone Soul.
Say that again?
Dave Norwood from Stone Soul.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Brit. I was going to ask Bridget. Hey, what are some of the names of your videos?
Well, I
did. You have a lot of them, or?
Yeah, I've got tons and tons of movies.
Do you have them with like a name like Dirty Debutantes 1 through 100, or?
I
103.
did Dirty Debutantes number 103.
I've got that one written down.
I gotta check that out.
I've got to find it first.
I've worked for Puritan, and I've worked for Filmco, Bridget P.I., Mighty Midget, just to drop a few names.
How tall are you?
How tall am I?
Yeah.
I'm 3 feet and I'm 10 inches.
Oh, you're the perfect height.
Yes, I am, baby. I never get my knees dirty.
Hey, Ed, what's the name of the new video that you just did? When is it coming out? What's the name of it?
It'll probably be in sometime in April, like the second or third week in April, and it's probably one of the black Dirty Debutantes.
Black is the young lady of African American descent?
Yes, I am.
You are. I can't. It's hard. You can't tell by a person's voice. So and I like all women anyway, so it doesn't matter. So just curious.
The name is Mercury, by the way.
Mercury?
Yeah.
Very nice.
So look for Mercury, and you'll.
Do I get it over the website of Hustler? or where do I get the video?
Wherever they do sell it on the websites. I think KLSX sells it on their site.
Yeah.
They're fulfilling my site, so you can get it that way if you want to get it over the net.
Yeah. I'll find it. You've got a lot of videos out there. It's you know.
I have, and I do, and I'm still doing it.
Yeah, I think I've seen about 6 of yours, so it takes a little time. So.
Well, you got like 200 more to go.
Yeah, well, I never knew anything about Ed Powers until the show came out. This radio show.
Really?
I was familiar with very few people in the industry. You know, certain names like maybe Vanessa Del Rio or John Holmes or somebody like that, but. You know, I hadn't heard of Ed Powers. I've probably seen maybe a video or two of yours, but I just didn't know it because I didn't know you until the show came out. And I think you've helped a lot of people know exactly who you are and who they're seeing in these videos. So, and the women too. So.
Well, thank you. And one of the reasons probably is that you probably weren't really into renting videotapes.
Well, I don't rent a lot of them, but I do rent them. Yeah.
Now you do. But at the time, you weren't renting videotapes.
Yeah, well, see, now I've made it a point to look for Ed Powers videos.
There you go. Thank you, Robert.
Okay, you have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All of you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks for calling.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Okay, something tells me the next caller is a tough one, right? Is that a tough one? We have somebody that's like, I just don't like that 4-letter word over there like that. I don't want to hear the 4-letter word. Okay. All right. Hello, Kim.
Hello.
You're not going to give a 4-letter word, are you?
No, sorry. But I did call in and say, you sound like a pervert.
Thank you.
I can't imagine that you would encourage your daughter to become a porn star.
I never encouraged anybody's daughter to become a porn star. I'm not encouraging.
You certainly sound like that you think it's okay that you would tell a 19-year-old that it's not funny. It's a sellout for women.
I didn't say it was funny.
It's her own choice.
What?
She's old enough.
No, let her talk.
I'm in the adult industry, by the way.
Okay.
And the boy that called in, I don't think that he was a creep or an idiot. Maybe his statistics were wrong, but he sounded like a
Nobody called him a creep or an idiot.
And he sounded concerned.
Nobody called him a creep or an idiot.
No, but the people that called...
And stop with the cursing.
Sorry.
No one said that either. And Kim...
It wasn't those
Don't
words.
be so angry. How old are you when you got into the adult industry?
I've been in it 5 years.
How old are you now?
35.
Okay, so you got in when you were 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the age that you think people should start getting into it?
I don't think people should get into it. Women, I don't think so. I think it's a sellout of your better self.
Why did you do it?
I came out of a divorce, and it was necessity, really, but I wouldn't recommend it, and I certainly wouldn't to a young woman who's probably lovely, and she should really give her best in her life.
Who's to say that I'm not?
I don't think that's your best. I think God intended us to have, we have lots of gifts, creative gifts that we're supposed to do something with. Our minds, for instance, and not our bodies. That's the least of our attributes.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't sound like an idiot, and you don't sound like a dummy, and you don't sound stupid, and I respect what you have to say.
Thanks.
And you're probably a really creative person.
And so are you.
In the adult industry.
Believe me, if I had you in front of me, I'd say, don't do it. Don't sell out. Get an education. That's the ticket for all women to be free and never have to sell out. Education.
I definitely encourage her to further her education. Thank you very much, Kim.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. This is Ed Powers, Bedtime Stories on 97.1, the FM talk station. We're going to go to the top of the hour break, and when we come back, there'll be more of this show that you want to listen to. And we'll be back with more callers and more with Mercury, Bridget, and Dave Norwood, and me, Ed Powers. It's your bedtime story.
Yeah.
Don't go to bed yet. We'll be right back.
KLSX, Los Angeles, a service of Infinity Broadcasting, home of the Screamin' Eagle Road Glide, limited edition Harley Davidson motorcycle.
97.1, the FM talk station.
Listen.
Do you use credit cards on the internet? Or are you afraid to use your credit card on the internet? You must be 18 and over to get the Hustler Go cards. Hi folks, this is Ed Powers, and I want to tell you about Al. Al's Empire Classic Auto Parts. If you need a part you can't find, and tell him Ed Powers sent you. That's right, tell him Ed Powers. That guy sent you. By the way, thank you Tim Linnane from MyBucks and Al from Al's Empire Auto Parts for sponsoring the show. I'm here with lovely Mercury, and she's rising.
She's lovely, and she's
Bridget
hot.
and Dave. Yes.
She broke the thermometer. She's so hot.
We have a few girls that want to talk to us, and we'll get to Rox and Michelle in a moment. So you girls, stay on. Let's talk to first. Rox had called first. Let's speak to Rox, and then we'll talk to Michelle. Hello, Rox from Burbank. This is Ed Powers on 97.1, the FM talk station.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, Rox.
I kind of wanted to rebut what Kim was saying, like get an education and things like that. And I'm sure that there are many girls who have an education. Nina Hartley is a very well-educated woman.
Absolutely.
Most of the girls that I know went to college, although
I did.
That's right. There is nothing stupid about selling a fantasy. There is nothing wrong with selling a fantasy. You have people like Asia Carrera, who is a genius.
I was gonna bring up her name, by the way.
She's a friend of mine, and she's an absolute genius. She's a Mensa member. She had a full scholarship to Rutgers University, which is not easy to get, and she could be a starving student right now, but instead she's making quite a bit of money with her website and the movies that she does. She's extremely talented, and she does a lot of different things. She can edit, she can do everything. And I think that whole mindset of this is a degrading and stupid thing. Why would someone who is smart go into this business? There is nothing stupid at all about selling a fantasy.